Mic test 1. Mic test 1. Yeah.
Alright.
You ready?
Should be.
Hello, Internet. It's Jane, and you're listening to Jane Plays Games, my weekly update into my descent into gaming. It's been a wild ride. I'm joined by the dapperest Jack.
Hello.
My feisty friend who enjoys long walks on the beach and making grown men cry.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're not incorrect. I don't like the beach.
So we actually have more updates this week and actual videos to actually post.
You say that.
So hooray!
I
legitimately have the content this week. I'm very excited about it. So maybe, just maybe, this schedule might actually be doable for me in my incredibly busy life. So you can be expecting. Honestly, I'm gonna say 3.
Oh, yeah?
3 Let's Plays this week.
I'm gonna go with 2. Maybe.
Ye little faith.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm very busy. Says Jack, who does 0 of the work on any of the podcasts, on any of the gameplays. It's fine. It's
0?
fine. Yeah. 0%. Yeah. So, yeah, be expecting 3 Let's Plays. We've been, what have we been playing this week?
This week, I've been playing a bunch of different things. You have been playing...
I've been playing 2 things.
2 things.
Well, no, 3 things now, but we'll get to that in a moment.
What's the third?
Batman.
Oh, yeah.
What have you been playing, though? Let's start with you. Yours is always more interesting than mine.
I finished The Witcher.
Oh, you finished a lot of games this week. I
did finish some stuff, finally. Well, I finished The Witcher, and I finished the mainline campaign of The Witcher. Mm-hmm. I still have 2 DLCs to knock out, and my wanting to do that has diminished slightly. So I've resisted going into it just because I know it's a lot of content, and it's a lot of good content. So it's just been a pain to start because it's like there's other things I want to play, so I know I'm not going to start it if I start playing The Witcher. So I need to finish it, but I've needed to finish The Witcher for like 3 years, so...
It'll be fine if it waits for a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's not going to spoil anytime soon.
Right. So what else have you... I know you've been playing The Witcher. You finished that, and you also finished, what, Steven Universe?
I did finish Steven Universe.
I'd like to talk about Steven Universe. Can we talk about Steven Universe really quickly?
Can we talk about that it's still broken?
It's super broken. So I had such high hopes for this. We got an update. Grumpy Face did release an update, and I got a cheeseburger backpack about it. And if you want to see that unboxing, I'll put a link down below because it's probably the greatest day of my life and the only good thing to happen with Steven Universe.
Aside from it existing?
Aside from it existing, because their game is hot garbage. So,
just a little salty about it being glitched.
I'm so mad. It's my favorite problem child because I love the series so much and I love the game so much. But the patch did shit all to fix this game. I wrote that in anger. I mean, I'm looking at my notes and I was definitely more salty when I wrote this. I've cooled down a bit.
It's still busted in all of the same ways. Like, the pathfinding is a little bit better. The game doesn't get as lost when your characters kind of roam a bit in battle.
Yeah.
So, it's not as bad, but I'm still locked out of that same area, which I suspected I would be.
You finished the game, though, yeah?
Yeah, I was able to finish those secret areas you don't really need to go to.
But it would be cool. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did, though. So, I finished it. I'm done with it. Unless I find out that there's some kind of huge, completion bonus or something, I'll never go back to it. I had fun with it.
You don't think you'll go back to it ever?
Probably not, no.
Whatever, it was super fun. I had to rage quit the other night.
Yeah, no.
I was real mad. Like, I don't think... Have I ever rage quit a game? Yeah, I did rage quit Warhammer that one time.
Yeah.
But I like really rage quit with Steven Universe because like, okay, so the patch, it's an okay patch. Like it has
the game is less broken.
It's less broken.
It's not fixed.
No. It's playable now, which is fine. But I've discovered in this descent into video gaming that I have zero spatial reasoning. Zero. I'm kind of surprised they gave me a driver's license, to be honest.
That's not so much your fault. The jumping puzzles in Steven Universe they're easier if you've had to do jumping puzzles before.
Yeah.
But if you're going off of like a general reasoning of their spacing, like the art style is so simplified and like done in a way where it is hard to tell
what's foreground, what's background,
and where you are in relation to anything, especially when the camera changes.
Oh, the camera angles are worse. Like, I feel like I do a better job cameraing any other game ever, and I'm really bad at it.
Well, you don't have any control over the camera, and the thing is that it'll be fixed for a while, and then the camera will become unfixed from whatever position it's in, and it just makes making the jump extremely difficult.
Yeah, so I mean, like I've gotten to this one point because like I can play the game, like I understand it, I know what I'm doing. It's just that I've gotten to this one puzzle that is completely it's escaping me completely. I almost need Jack to come in and do it for me because like I'm never gonna get any further in this fucking game without you.
Yeah, I was playing Rainbow Six and I was actually doing really well in Rainbow Six.
Oh yeah, that night with Rolk?
Yeah,
you guys were like owning, and I'm over here struggling fucking Steven Universe.
Me and Rolk were hard carrying in Rainbow Six.
You shouldn't have been.
Which never happens because we're objectively not very good at that game. Like, we play a very specific way, and that way makes us happy. Mm-hmm. And what makes us happy is Rolk is Tachanka. And he sits there with his machine gun and his automatic shotgun and guards whatever he's guarding. Mm-hmm. And I'm Capcan, and I get my lurk on and like hide in closets and surprise people.
Spoopy trap here.
Yeah, I put some spoopy traps around, and people explode themselves. Mm-hmm. And it makes me happy deep within my soul when somebody hits a trap and then hits another trap and dies.
I guess you could say you're the trap king. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. I feel
good
about
Bailey tried to hide it by running up the stairs, and I appreciate you for that. Usually, I'm not super happy when the dog is making noise, but you did it. Good call.
That was a good joke. Can't write that shit. Can't make this shit up.
You should have written it and thought about it. Considering stopping the podcast so you can stand in the corner and
think about what I've done.
Think about what you've done here.
I made some choices. I'm proud. It's fine.
Mm.
So you played Siege and we're good at it, and then you played Steven Universe and you were good at it. What else is new? Your life is so surprising.
Just out there killing it.
Cool. I'm over here fucking struggling with a child's game, but no, it's fine. No worries, man.
I also picked up early access to Skyforge, which is a MMO that's been out on PC for a while, a couple of years, I think, and it's been on PS4 for a couple of months. And it's more akin to a action RPG than a traditional MMO. Everything is instanced, so it's not an actual open world, which I'm sure helps it on console quite a bit. It has some running issues, but unlike most console games, it seems like there are graphic settings that I can get into. And since I have an original Xbox One, that might be a problem because when it comes to consoles, it's one of the weaker. I think it is the weakest aside from the Switch hardware-wise. So I might need to make an adjustment, but they might need to patch it to kind of optimize it a little bit. Or it could be that I had other stuff open, and usually when I do that and my games start to run badly, I just need to restart the game and it runs fine. And I did have other stuff open, and it didn't bother me enough, but it was there, and I noticed it. But it wasn't bad enough where I'm like, I can't do this at all. But it made me think, hey, if I was playing with other people, like, this would be unacceptable. This would be really difficult to manage, especially in a raid or something like that. So it needs a little research. Maybe it needs a little work, a bit of optimization. Maybe it needs a little work on my end to figure out what the settings should be on my console. So we'll see. I mean, I haven't been interested in MMOs since I got out of WoW years and years ago. So it would be nice to get into one. I don't know if a console MMO is the way to go, but we'll check it out. You talked about maybe wanting to get into an MMO.
You think that would be a good one for me?
I can't say that for sure. I think, like, in a community aspect, like, I'm just not familiar with a console MMO from, like, the community angle, which is kind of what you're looking for in an MMO for you, because you haven't really experienced that. Mm-hmm. So, I honestly don't know. So
I might pick it up then.
If you look into it, I mean, it's free to play, I believe, on the 28th. I just picked it up because it's $15, and I like to be gratified instantly. So I was like, I have $15.
No, yeah, I think, I'm looking for an MMO, and, like, I wanted to almost pick up WoW. I know you've kind of, not shit on WoW, but you kind of discouraged it.
I've only discouraged it because WoW exists because it's existed for so long. Like, it doesn't exist because it's the best MMO on the market. It's not.
What do you think the best MMO on the market is right now?
It's hard.
Well, you've been out of it for a while.
It'd be hard to say. I mean, I hear good things about Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14. There's a lot of good MMOs out there, and you know, like Warhammer Online, which has come and gone. It was objectively a better MMO than, or a better game, rather, not a better MMO, or else it would still be around. It was a better game than World of Warcraft, but people have invested so much time, and it's like this battle system is ancient and not good. You know, it's been updated so much and kind of dumbed down to a certain extent that it just kind of plays itself automatically. Like, there's not a lot of thinking in it, and I just, you know, all those things came even after I quit. So, like, my problems with the game seem to have only gotten more protracted as time has gone on. So I just can't suggest it with how many problems I have. I know tons of people play it, tons of people still enjoy it, and good for them. But I think that those people play it and enjoy it because of the community and the friends that they have still in the game. I don't think it has anything to do with gameplay, because I just can't wrap my head around how it could be.
I get that. No, yeah, and I was kind of watching you play, what's it called, Skyforge?
Yes.
Okay. I was kind of watching you play the other day, and, like, it looks engaging and it looks fun, and I like the customization aspect. It looks highly customizable, which I'm a fan of. No? I mean, you took a minute creating your guy.
It's got pretty good customization. I'm not really sure, because it looks like the armor on your guy, all that stuff might be premium stuff. I don't know how much you can unlock to change your, like, actual look, because your weapons you get and are different, but your armor isn't really different. Like, it's kind of one thing that you can switch to look slightly different. So I'm a little concerned that the armor is tied to the premium currency, because it is a free-to-play game. So, you know, I'm sure that cosmetics are tied to that currency, but I'm wondering how closely. Like, how many armor drops to, like, show that you're maybe an upgraded paladin or cryomancer or something else. Like, if I just play a paladin and I never spend money, is my armor eventually going to be, you know, upon inspection and somebody looking at me from across the map, am I going to be like, okay, that's a level 1 paladin, or, that's a level 100 paladin? Like, is somebody going to be able to tell the difference instantly? And I worry that they won't be able to, because a lot of free-to-play games have that issue, where if you're not willing to spend money, it's not going to show that you've really progressed. I mean, aside from your weapon and stuff like that is different.
But not your, look, and it's extremely recognizable.
Yeah, and that's my concern. That concern might be unfounded. I really don't know.
So you keep playing and then let me know before I spend money on it.
Well,
great, thanks.
It'll come out the 28th and it'll be free. And then it's kind of hard with a game that's that mechanically sound, because it has a minor combo system. And it's action. Like, it feels good. It feels fun. Like I said, if it was smoothed out a little bit more, it would feel great all the time. So, for the price of free, it's really hard to be like, oh, well, it doesn't have this. It's like,
It's for freezies.
Yeah, it's like if you're playing with friends and you're having fun and you're engaged, then
fuck it.
Okay, well, you don't look cool. Cry me a river, It's like, it's hard to be mad at that.
Yeah.
So as long as they've handled their in-game economy well, where it doesn't feel like it's just beating you down with like unlocks that you need, like other classes you unlock throughout the game, and I'm not really certain how long that will take. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of question marks on it. I'm having fun with it. So
Witcher, you completed. Steven Universe, you completed. You picked up Skyforge. What else have you been doing?
I think that pretty much covers it so too. For me. Other than that, I've just been helping you out with your stuff.
Yeah, and I've been so I kind of stepped back from Total Warhammer this week. Not for lack of interest, just lack of time. Really, I think Warhammer's and Total Warhammer is one of those games that requires your full undivided.
Yeah, if The Witcher requires a handful of hours, then Total Warhammer requires a day.
Yeah, and I don't have that right now. So I've been kind of playing lighter games, and I've been playing more simple games. I think more simple is the word I'm looking for. Simpler games. So I picked Pokemon Sun back up this week. I've been playing that.
I didn't know you did that.
I did. Well, at work, it's an excellent time suck, and it's been good. So I keep it in my cheeseburger backpack.
Nice.
So I picked up Pokemon Sun, and I still love it. I was denied Pokemon as a child, so I'm living up to my full potential now.
Truly.
I love it.
It's because Jesus was mad.
Jesus was mad about my Pokemans. So...
Baptists.
Very. So I've been playing a lot of Pokemans and enjoying it. I rage quit Steven Universe, but I had been playing that for a minute. I'm still kind of playing it. I just can't get through this one part.
I just need to get you through that part because it's a lot of messed up geometry.
Okay, and I'm already not great. But yeah, so I have been playing that. We picked up Shining Force, like I said we were going to do last week. And oh my god, game in the 90s games were so endearing, so cute, and just so fun. Why don't they make games like that anymore? They're so cute.
They do. They're indie games now.
I love them. We need more of those.
We can find more.
I like it.
This is a strategy RPG. It's one of the first. I don't want to say the first because I'm fairly certain it's not. But it has some more complex mechanics as you go on, but it is fairly straightforward.
Is it a straight tactical RPG? Because Steven Universe has
Steven Universe isn't a tactical.
It's not. Well, it's an RPG, not a tactical RPG.
Yes,
but is Shining Force?
There's no. If there are any puzzles, they're not. I mean,
I'm just asking if it's a platform game. No. Is it going to make me throw my laptop?
No, there's none of that.
Okay, great.
So. This is one of the first games I played, and when I was a kid, it was super compelling to me because I'd never played anything like it. And I feel like there's enough going on in it, and it is complex enough, but it is simple. And like we talked about before, where you need building blocks. Mm-hmm. This game is a building block game.
That's good.
I would never let you play Disgaea or Final Fantasy Tactics. because they're a more complex, or even Fire Emblem. It's a more all those games are either more complex or much more punishing than this. Mm-hmm. So this game, it lets you fail. Like, if you fail, it's not a big deal. You'll start again at the battle that you failed at. You know, if you need to, you can go back to other fights and power level your guys up, and your guys don't die permanently, and you can only do a handful of different things with each character.
So it's not like Warhammer, where it's like you fuck up once and you're kind of fucked forever.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to have you save enough, and I know enough about the game to kind of protect you from the parts that, you know, could potentially give you a lot of trouble.
My hero.
So I think it will be good. I mean, you seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a lot of fun. That's the be on the lookout. That's like going to be our Let's Play. Spoiler alert. But no, yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I think it was a lot of fun, and it was simple enough for me to kind of follow through and enjoy. It wasn't as taxing as Warhammer. It wasn't as taxing as Siege or even Destiny. You know, and I picked up on, you know, Destiny well enough, and I picked on like games like Vermintide well enough, but it's sometimes nice to just play games like Pokemon or Shining Force where I can just kind of enjoy the gameplay.
It's giving you time to think.
And that's what I was kind of thinking about, like, my trifecta of like games that I've played that like I've unequivocally enjoyed and have made me want to continue playing video games. And I think it would have to be Shining Force, Pokemans, and if Steven Universe wasn't broken, Steven Universe. Quite honestly.
You like the complexity, and like I said, there's enough there. Mm-hmm. So,
but I have time to think, and that's why I think I enjoy them, because like it's not fighter, like you're not.
Yeah.
It's like spur of the moment decision making.
One mistake won't necessarily end the game for you.
Right. And I have time to think about what I'm doing, and it's a little bit more rewarding for me. I think that's why I like Duelist when I played that. I still kind of play that. It's just not as...
Well, it's because it's not punishing you for muscle memory that you haven't developed yet.
Right.
Like, your failure and your success are based on your intelligence, not your... you know,
mechanical skill,
reptile brain reflex.
Yeah, and I think it'll help me develop my reptile brain. You know what I mean? Like it puts me in that mode. It puts me in like the habit. It puts me in that space where I enjoy playing the game.
Anything that you're playing, anytime you're playing, anytime you have the controller in your hand, you're getting more familiar with that.
Yeah,
and there's nothing. Like, nothing is going to make that worse. Mm-hmm. Like, having, you know, your tool, essentially, because you're playing on console most of the time, having that in your hand, doing anything is going to be helpful. You're going to become more dexterous at it. It's going to feel less alien, more natural.
Yeah.
So, and the great thing is, since you're enjoying it, hopefully, you know, we finish it, is that we also have Shining Force 2, which builds a bit on the first one. It has some new mechanics, some different fights, and it's just different enough. It's very, very similar, but there's just enough difference in there that it will make you think and kind of learn a little bit more. So I feel like if you can beat both those games, which you should be able to, it'll be a nice building block for maybe the next tactical RPG.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the theme of what I've been playing lately, because Shining Force, you were telling me it's one of those building block games, which I think are important for me right now. And I also picked up Batman Arkham City, is that what it's called?
You're playing through Arkham Asylum.
That's what I'm doing. And I'm really enjoying that.
It has a very simple and rewarding combat system.
I just keep battering people in the face. It's super satisfying.
You do that. And it's interesting because me and Crispy, we've sat next to each other. We've raced each other in these games to see who can finish all of them. And just FYI for everybody, I am the knight. Crispy is lacking in being Batman. He is my Robin. Deal with it.
Oh shit, Crispy. He just called you a bitch.
But we both play very differently. Like, we handle combat situations very differently, and we're both very effective at it. So you can approach it a lot of different ways, and the game lets you do a lot of different things. So if something's working for you, that's fine. Like,
so I can continue battering people in the face.
yeah, if that's what...
It's working for me really well.
If that's what makes you happy.
It makes me happy deep in my soul.
That. But that's another building block game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not as simple, but in a 3D space, it is pretty simple. And the other thing is that while it's not the first one to have that style of movement or combat system, I feel like it's the first game to do it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you learn that game, it moves you directly into Arkham City, which probably did it the best. And so you'll have all those building blocks, and then you'll go into, this great game that does everything that the first one did, except much, much better. So your proficiency in one thing is going to build to your proficiency in the next game. And the Arkham games are excellent games.
I'm having a lot of fun being Batman. It's legitimately just you running around being Batman. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think it really caters to people who actually enjoy the comics and read.
Yeah, if you like the comics and you're into the character and you somehow haven't played the Arkham series, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. Fix yourself.
Fix yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, so definitely we'll be picking up. I really want to finish Steven Universe this week. I just kind of want it out of my hair, so that might happen. Definitely going to continue Batman. Definitely going to continue. If I can talk today, Pokemans. I want to pick up one more classic game. I know Shining Force 2 is there, but I want one more classic.
There are a bunch of Genesis titles.
I didn't know what a Genesis was. Just FYI.
That's another thing. We're not getting into that. So there are a bunch of Genesis titles on Steam, so we won't have to run through an emulator, which I wish more companies would do. So I need to look through what exactly is in their library there and see if there's things that you would like or just kind of things that would be fun for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll take a look at it, see if there's anything there, and if not, then we might run an emulator. So
I don't know what that means, but okay.
An emulator.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it's kind of a dirty word, but considering that I own all these games anyway, I really don't care. I bought them. I'm not doing anything to them, so...
It's like pirating? Are we pirates?
Kinda. But a lot of the times it's from Nintendo, so...
Fuck them.
I find it, they feel the need to claim anything on YouTube, critiques and all, as... So if they only want fair use when it works for them, then... I find it difficult to then be like, oh, well, we need to respect your,
Your rights as a company.
Yeah, we need to respect your rights as a company, but you don't respect anybody else's.
As
it's
a player, no.
Nah. It's like, so I don't really care. It's like, I own it. I don't qualify it as stealing because I bought it,
There you go.
So.
Well, I think that's my plan. Do you have a plan for this week? Or anything you want to play other than helping my sorry ass get through fucking Steven Universe?
I'm probably gonna start on Wolfenstein. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It depends how deep I get into Skyforge. We'll see.
Cool. Other than that, I think that might be our plan, our game plan. Look out. Oh my god, yeah. So we actually have content, like I said. So be on the lookout. I will probably post a Let's Play tomorrow. And I will probably post my other gameplay on Friday. And then I'll probably post on Sunday. So
see, you keep saying that.
But I actually have content.
Jack's prediction. 2 others.
Okay.
1 if you're a real cynic.
No.
So 1.
I'm going to do this.
I believe in you.
Good.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
I hate you. Oh, God. Well, I think the schedule is actually working. So I think this was a success. High five. Good job, Jay.
You did it.
You did. So definitely check out the cheeseburger backpack unboxing if you haven't done that. Definitely follow us on social media if you're not, so you can see who wins this battle of uploading. Me. It's fine. Yeah? No.
Yep.
Great. So with that cliffhanger, who's gonna win? Me or Jack?
Me.
No, fuck. Why are you letting me have this?
No free layups.
Been Jack and Jane for Jane Plays Games. Insert Cliffhanger sign off here.
Bye.
Bitch.